Mrs. Brown is one of our teacher leaders here at YUHSD High School. She teaches English. She's also an instructional leader. Every day, students know that they're going to have a blended learning classroom, multiple activities, multiple learning opportunities for each of the students, which is so important to help support our students and ensures their learning. We're so fortunate to have her here. She supports every teacher on our campus with her immense wealth of knowledge concerning instruction. Priscilla does an outstanding job every day working with students, building relationships first and foremost with each of our students, building that connection so she's able to teach them. She's also does an amazing job using collaborative structures in her classroom. Our students are always working together, working on those portrait of a graduate skills that we know are so important to our students. They work on those skills and also obviously building their biology knowledge or science knowledge and moving forward so their college career and community prepared. We are so lucky that Meredith Young chose to be a YUHSD High criminal. She has a growth mindset. She's always willing to learn, always wanting to be better every day, no matter how a lesson goes. She puts forth a great effort. She's truly a professional. She found teaching as a second career, and we're just so excited to have her here and lucky that she's our first year teacher of the year.
Ward has been teaching for 10 years. During her time here at Kofa, she has taught biology, animal kingdom, and currently she's been teaching forensic science. Ms. Ward's biggest attribute is that she's a lifelong learner. She's always wanting to learn new and innovative skills that she can transfer back into her classroom. Her classroom is very engaging. If you ever go into her classroom, she will have you get engaged with her students, and she's always willing to collaborate with others on best practices. Ms. Magaña has been teaching for 14 years in the Special Services Department. She is currently a co-teacher who has taught in science, math, and currently English. Ms. Magaña is a strong supporter of every student here at Kofa High School. She is empathetic. She understands where students, parents are coming from. And as a co-teacher, she's always teaching alongside the general ed teachers to offer our students the most inclusive setting possible. Our first year teacher of the year nominee, his name is Ira Moreno. He's a teacher here at Kofa High School in the math department. He has been, even though he's a first year teacher in the math department, he has been an employee at Kofa High School as a wrestling coach prior to teaching for a couple of years now. His biggest attribute is his ability to build relationships with students based on trust. His students in his math class are able to learn day-to-day math skills that are transferable to real life, and our students benefit from this quite a lot. Mr. Moreno, if you ever meet him, he's very genuine and very humble, and those skills are seen in the classroom and outside his classroom.
Monique Manifold, this one's pretty near and dear to my heart. She's been at Sabola High School a lot longer than she'd like to admit, and I'm not gonna date her like that, but she means the world to me. She's our instructional leader in the English department, and she is one of the true leaders of our campus. When I think of leadership at every level, Monique Manifold is the example of that. Not only does she lead her department in PLC, but she's a part of multiple committees for our district. And in the classroom, she carries that same type of energy and mantra in there with her students. And so she's extremely innovative, and being in the game as long as she has, someone that's been able to adapt with the times and continue to just really push herself to be the best educator she can be. Just, as an example, I hope every teacher, can use to emulate. We have Josh Norleen. He teaches AP Statistics and also is a dual credit math analysis teacher. So that's pretty sweet. Like he's done a great job of opening doors for our students. His ability to make math, which is something that a lot of students would struggle with, just so easily and well received by kids in the 21st century is pretty impressive. And the way he does that is through his lessons, he makes everything relevant. He finds out what the students' interests are, builds those relationships with them, and then connects the math to something that'll pique their interest. And him being dual credit qualified enables our students to actually earn college credit while going to school here at Sabola High School. Drew Henderson, being in the CTE world is a beast in itself, let alone as a first-year, brand new to education teacher. Yet he's hit the ground running. You walk by his classroom, there's just an energy, and that energy is really what has set Drew kind of apart. And when you walk into that classroom, not only is he greeting you, but his students just feed off of his energy. It's a super engaging classroom. He's already trying to take these next steps and gamify his classroom, and to hear these ambitions from somebody brand new to education just speak volumes of the type of person he is. You know, Drew being new to education, he not only jumped in, but also wants to be the best and the greatest he can be, and so that's just a tribute to his character. He's also very involved outside the classroom. He's currently coaching girls softball, some lower level softball for us. So like I mentioned, not only does he just dive in with everything he has, he also wants to give his all to Sabola High School.
Dr. Wong is just an expert in our math department. He teaches our highest level students in AP Calc BC and AP Statistics. And his unique ability is that he's able to break down complex ideas and make it simple for students to understand, which allows for student achievement. Miss Patty Toledo, and she is in our English department, and she does a great job with building relationships with students, getting students to be motivated to learn English and read. And she does also a great job getting involved in extracurriculars, in student clubs, and does an amazing job keeping our teachers equipped with Title I supplies as our Title I coordinator. Our first year Teacher of the Year is Miss Jessica Munoz, and she has been a great addition to our staff. She has taken on yearbook, which is a challenge in itself, and has done an amazing job so far.
Mr. Jacobson, we've seen him representing Vista so many times before, and this is just the capstone in that. I think that he's a deserving recipient of this award because he is an ambassador for our school in so many ways, whether it's educational technology, curriculum developments, our launch team, our personalized competency-based learning, our site leadership team, our assessment team. Dane is the representative in all of those areas. He takes learning as really kind of a personal journey. You know, Dane himself, I think, is a lifelong student. I think he's starting his master's and then PhD program soon, on top of being a great teacher. Miss Claudia Caballero, you would never know that she's a first-year teacher. She works in our special ed department. She is just so excellent in working with our students. She is really in tune with understanding what those special needs may be for our students. We have a number of students who come to class carrying those invisible backpacks, all of them, right? But in special ed especially, we see that we need teachers that really have a with-itness and an understanding of our students, and she really exemplifies that. She does a great job in the special ed department.
Mr. Holland was an easy decision to nominate. He's made an impact almost immediately among his colleagues, among our staff, and among the students. Mr. Holland has a unique ability to reach every single student at a personal level and find out what motivates them and leverage that in his classroom and really bring some authentic experiences and relate to the students' lived experiences within his U.S. history class. Mr. Holland is using teaching as a second career. He really is, he's a retired Marine, and he teaches because he wants to serve the community. When I recruited Mr. Holland and I was looking for someone to fill this position, Mr. Holland said very clearly to me, I want to serve. I want to serve our kids. I want to serve this community. He wants to help in any way he can. So he's a very active member of our campus. You can see him talking to students in between classes. You can see him coming down at lunches. You can see him at assemblies, engaging with students and with his colleagues in such a positive manner. He really brings a light to this campus. Mrs. Pierce is a very student-centered teacher. She is very innovative. She thinks of opportunities that she can bring to the classroom for her students. Students are easily talking with her, and they know that she's a very comfortable person for them to come to. Mrs. Pierce puts the students at the center of everything she does. You'll frequently see her at our athletes' games, at the different activities that are going on around campus. She's a class sponsor, so Mrs. Pierce is a well-known professional on our campus that students are very familiar with and comfortable with, and she really models the kind of rapport and approach in her classroom that I'd like to see in all of our classrooms at Gila Ridge. Ms. Santos is an expert in her field. She's worked in the technology department in our district. She's served in several capacities in our offices and in our district office in our district before becoming a teacher. And she was really driven to start our IT Essentials class, which is a CTE program for students here at Gila Ridge. It's not offered on every campus, and Nadia really pushed for and advocated for this program to begin on our campus so that our students could take advantage of the industries that are available within that field. Nadia is relentless about students and finding opportunities for them. You can't speak to Nadia without her talking to you about her students and how excited she is at the progress they're making and how excited she is for the opportunities that she has coming up for them. So it's really a pleasure every chance I get to speak with Ms. Santos about how her program's going, and you can just see the light in her eyes when she talks about her students.
Our first year Teacher of the Year. He is a career and technical education teacher. He teaches sports medicine, and he is a natural. He has a passion for what he is teaching, and he passes on that excitement to his students. Definitely passes on to his students. He also doubles up as our athletic trainer, and he's been doing an awesome job. Now, for our Teacher of the Year, this individual has done an outstanding job with instructional strategies to keep her students engaged, but more importantly, she does a great job in building relationships which motivates students to do their very best in class. In addition, she has been instrumental in providing professional development for all of our teachers. And on behalf of Somerton High School, we'd like to congratulate all Teachers of the Year from Yuma County. Keep up the great work. Awesome job.